Thank you very much for joining us for Fight for Charity 11, brought to you by Gold Lion Promotions.
We have an exciting night of about 28 fights, I believe, tonight.
Yeah, that's right. This is the dulcet tones of Jack Sermons, brought to you.
And Isaac Watts. Here we go.
So yeah, we'll be bringing to you over 20 bouts across a few different disciplines, including amateur MMA, K1, white collar boxing, and combat jiu-jitsu. Our first bout of the evening is a B-class MMA juniors bout between Kai Moore from 10th Planet Redditch and Ollie Scott from Starkey Martial Arts Academy. Both gyms will be very well represented this evening. Quite a few fighters coming in from both, so big thank you to both 10th Planet Redditch, who of course are hosting, and Starkey Martial Arts Academy, which is run by Kieran Starkey. So if you're in the Coventry and Bedworth area and you're looking for a great place to train, you won't find anywhere better than that. And coming down to the cage now, we have Ollie Scott. In the corner of Kai Moore tonight, we have got Matt Turnbull, who holds a 10th Planet Purple belt, and Owain, who is himself as a Fight for Charity veteran.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ollie.
So this bout is a B-class MMA bout.
One thing to keep in mind is because we're changing disciplines quite a lot throughout the evening, the rules may be different for each fight. We'll try our best to explain them as we go along, but there will be some gaps in our knowledge, so bear with us. But as it's a junior bout, there will be limited head contact and limited ground and pound as well.
Decent shot there by Ollie.
Maybe there is head contact allowed. I'm not sure. It always seems to happen in junior fights anyway. So we're seeing here right now quite a typical open stance matchup where you've got one fighter southpaw, one orthodox. That changes the angle a lot. Generally it seems to benefit the southpaw because they're used to fighting against orthodox people, whereas the orthodox person is less likely to come across the southpaw. So it can be an advantage, but I think guys that are training seriously are used to seeing southpaw fighters. Even if it's not quite as common, they are used to seeing it.
These boys are swinging. Great start to the night.
Yeah, nice teep there from Ollie. Doing a good job trying to relieve some of the pressure that Kai was bringing them.
Both of these boys have had quite a bit of success already. A good few shots landed by both of them.
Yeah, they're bringing quite a frantic pace, which I think you often see in junior fights and in the lighter weights as well. I think you're unlikely to see this pace for the entirety of the evening.
It will be interesting to see if that does become a factor later in the night, though. If they can keep this pace up, if one of them can more than the other, maybe that adrenaline dump will hit one of them. We'll find out, I'm sure.
Seeing a lot of activity from both fighters. I think both fighters are struggling to build on what they're doing. I think each exchange feels like it's starting anew at the moment. Neither fighter's looking to establish the jab. They're sort of picking at shots. I would imagine that would be quite a hard round for the judges to score so far.
Yeah, I agree, but from a fan's point of view and a viewer in attendance here tonight, it's definitely a nice way to start the night.
Oh, absolutely. It's nice when people come out and they get to the fighting straight away and they're not tentative. As you can see on the highlights of the first round, it was pretty energetic. Now, of course, this is going to be 3 2-minute rounds, so that does lend itself to a higher pace. Obviously, these guys are younger as well, so they can keep up that pace a little bit more.
It will be interesting to see if any of these guys do turn towards the wrestling and the grappling side in any of the other rounds.
Yeah, both seemed comfortable with the switch hitting, which sometimes can lead to things being a little bit messy. The range is changing a lot, angles are changing a lot, a bit harder to establish a jab. Also with the switch hitting, that generally means people are more likely to be focused on the striking rather than getting a good shot in the wrestling, unless they feel really comfortable shooting out of both stances, which is not super common at this level of MMA. So I think Isaac, that's a good observation about not seeing much of the grappling so far. It will be interesting to see if either fighter implements it, especially to slow down the pace and more decisively win a round. Kai definitely looking to pressure in now. It's nice to see. Doing a good job cutting the cage, keeping his opponent against the wall.
It does look like these guys are happier to stand and bang as opposed to introduce any mixed martial arts. I am not complaining, no, this is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, and like you said, it's quite a fun way to start the evening. Kai ripping some nice knees into the body, getting a good clinch there. He's got long arms. It'll be nice to see him get some more success with that as the fight goes on. Ollie's doing a good job pressuring in there. Ollie getting the advice from his coaches to pressure in, and we're seeing a lot of success with that there. It's a nice one too.
Yeah, he landed a good few shots there.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of success for Ollie when he pressures in. Kai's doing a good job of staying at range and working when he's there, so Ollie needs to maintain that distance. Oh, accidental knee to the face there.
Yeah, it looks like he came in just as he was trying to... It looked like he was trying to either teep or check something that was going on, and Ollie looked to lean in then a little bit, and it's just an accidental collision.
And it can happen sometimes if you are slightly taller or have got longer legs. Accidents happen, but it seems like Ollie's all right and will be okay to carry on. Kai getting the advice to shoot for a takedown. Now, I know from training with Kai that he is a capable, but I would say reluctant wrestler. So it would be nice to see him utilise those skills in this fight, but I don't think it's his A game. Both fighters getting the advice to shoot. Ollie beats him to it. Kai doing a good job defending it so far. Getting close to the end of the round. It might not happen. Kai looking to wrap up the guillotine. He's gone for a pull guard for the guillotine. Wrapping up more like a front naked choke.
Will he have enough time to finish this before the end of the round?
Some close squeezing with all he's got. And that's the end of the round. I think Kai maybe will have stolen that round with the submission attempt at the end.
Yeah, it was very even leading up to that. It was very similar to the first round, but I think I would agree he countered the offense from Ollie and turned it into a submission offense of his own, which is quite a strong way to end the round.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to deter Ollie from going for a shot as the fight progresses. One thing to note is both fighters were getting the advice to shoot towards the end of the round. Maybe both coaches noticing it was a close round. Both fighters are active on the feet, but neither having a decisive advantage so far. So I think going into that final round, it's going to continue to be a striking-based bout. Clearly, grappling is not the game plan for either fighter. That's why they're getting the advice to shoot at the end. So I think it's interesting to see how it's going to develop. Maybe one of them will sort of take that risk again and shoot early on in this round, but it doesn't seem to be their game plan. And it seems unlikely that Ollie will be the one to shoot, given how that round ended for him in quite a dangerous position.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if he does decide to shoot or whether that guillotine attempt did throw him off, as you said.
It can be quite difficult to get a submission on somebody that you've not rolled with before. Just the proportions are a little bit different, you're not quite used to it. So it might be that the second time, if they end up in that position again, it's going to be more dangerous. Or Ollie's going to feel more comfortable with his defense. So it'll be interesting to see how this progresses. There's a nice body kick there by Ollie. Kai looking to return.
These guys are not shying away from strikings. There's a great shot there by Kai.
Both fighters sharpshooting with the kicks rather than throwing them in combination so much. Be nice to see them finish a 1-2 with a kick at the end.
Or even shooting a takedown at the end of it. Mix it up a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Good body work by Kai, good pressure by Ollie, but Kai's doing a good job with it so far. Nice knee, partially blocked. Nice inside low kick by Ollie. Ollie looking to pressure in, having success with it. Landed some clean blows to the head.
Yeah, good left straight there.
Ollie getting the advice to kick to the body more from his corner. He's seen success with it so far. Yeah, he's definitely getting the advice to pressure him forward. I've seen him have a lot of success with that before. Kai's doing a good job with the knee to the body though. You can tell that Ollie's concerned by them, and Kai doing a good job turning him around, getting good head positioning. Might look to pressure in or continue to shoot.
Just needs to watch that knee to the head. He's been hit with it twice already.
Yeah, he's got that good head positioning now, so that he's under the chin. So he might be in a weaker position to land the knee, but he's less likely to strike his opponent's head by accident. Nice head kick there by him.
Yeah, really nice.
We've seen a lot of back and forth. It'd be nice to see a counter shot, especially as the round develops and we're getting towards the end of it.
Both corners, I could definitely hear the red corner shouting to shoot. Won a lot of action from him. It's a great fight. Great fight to start the night.
I couldn't agree more. It's a great fight to start the night. Really nice, high pace, closely contested as well. I don't think either fighter could be feel like they were outclassed. I thought that was a really good match to start the night.
No, I agree, but I'm definitely happy that I am not a judge tonight, Jack. I can tell you that one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's a tough one to score. Very tough. It's quite a frenetic pace for a fight. I definitely couldn't keep that up, so he's always got serious cardio.
And what a great way to get people engaged to start the night. The last thing you want from a first fight of the night is people being reluctant to strike, reluctant to go for a fight, to throw strikes, etc.
Your winner by split decision, Ollie!
Big win there for Kai in a very closely contested fight. A really well-made match, which is always nice to see. We don't want to see blowouts, so I think that's a nice way to start the night. And I don't think that Ollie's got anything to be disappointed about with his performance there. You know, one of the judges saw it his way. It's about as closely as you can lose a fight, so nothing to be ashamed of. He's got plenty more fights ahead of him. It's hopefully the start of a long and successful career, and everybody loses at some point. Sometimes it's nice to get it out of the way early and then go on to have a bit of a streak. But yeah, great performance by Kai.
Yeah, I agree. Great performance by both guys there.